Hello, everybody.
Hey, welcome. Got a little bit of a late start here, but that's okay. It's the middle of the day, and we're going to start our live stream building, continuing our build after a couple days respite of Rivendell, set 103.16. So hopefully some of you guys will join us out there, and if not, we will just continue with the build and share what our thoughts are so far. Nico's got his awesome looking setup portion. We're kind of unpacking as we go along here.
I forgot to show this on our last stream, but we just built Old Man Bilbo.
Oh, cool.
With his golem face.
Yeah, I didn't see him. So we got a lot going on here, and we will build as we go along here, and hopefully some of our my extra pieces, but I'll put those up here just in case. A couple extra tile pieces here. All right.
Progress report on Rivendell.
Progress has begun. So this is part 4 of our build of Rivendell. So we've got quite a lot done in this, I don't know, I'm going to guess maybe 8-part series. So I've been working on the middle section with the waterfall and the stairwell up into the inner part of Rivendell. And then Nico has had the major portion that deals with, let's see, the sleeping chamber. Yeah, the tower, the roof.
With the Council of Elrond there, I assume. Or different elves.
Yeah, I think it's different elves since the Council of Elrond had just happened at this moment.
Isildur going up against Sauron and that portion.
Yeah.
I hope they include Anarion somewhere.
That would be really good. Yeah. So we got and then
I've been into my Lord of the Rings lore currently.
Nico will share his expertise on Lord of the Rings lore. And we got
the quadruple trio.
Some of the fellowship here. 2 of the fellowship. One of the originals, the goats, Bilbo. And he's not so happy there. He wants his ring back. And then Gimli's dad, Gloam, who does not have a prominent role, but in this Lego set, they made him a minifig. So I have to reread the book, but I think he might be prominent in The Hobbit.
3D Davis.
3D Davis is here. Thanks for giving us. He is first. 3D Davis, you are first. Well done. Well done. So give us a like as we build this Rivendell set, part 4 of our series, live streams. And we've been extra inspired by Lego lately. We've gone to a couple Lego stores. We posted a short yesterday of our outing to the downtown Disney store. Looking at, actually, this set wasn't built up, but the Shire was built up in their display. So, Lord of the Rings. And then we longingly looked at the third member, or I guess the second member. We kind of bought things out of order since the Shire came out most recently. But the third large set in this series of Lego, and you probably know what I'm alluding to, the Tower of Barad-dûr. So 3D Davis, how you doing? Are you building? You watching? Just hanging out? Let us know. Okay, I'm on bag 17. Nico's on bag 10. And I just saw a stray piece here. This wasn't part of yours, was it? Oh no, it looks like it came off. So maybe it was part of mine. Let me double check. This is kind of one of the stone feature pieces.
There is a piece like that in mine, but nothing looks incomplete here.
Okay, so let me tell you. It might be on the side here.
It's probably right there. Like that isn't usually.
Yeah, actually close. It's right there. Ooh, glad that was easy. All right. So actually, no, I'm on bag 16 and 17, and both must be emptied together. So we'll do that.
The roof
The
of
hobbits look
Rivendell
on.
was absolute pain.
Campbell. All right, 3D Davis. Hopefully you gave us a like before you left. Looks like you checked out. Hopefully you'll come back. So what's that, Nico?
This roof on Rivendell was absolute pain. It was
The roof was painful?
Yeah.
Oops.
It was like you're placing it, but then you don't know if you're actually placing it right.
I'll put these choice bag of weapons over here. So you got lots of elven weapons. Dwarf axe.
No, those are cool. If there's any extra ones, I'll be using those in mocks.
Nico's got an idea for some mocks. Actually, if we get a chance, there's like a little break in between the builds. Nico did an awesome mock of a scene from the first movie, from the Fellowship.
Still in progress, but it's definitely looking good. Yeah.
And we described it before because we said, what if they built a Lego set of this particular part of the movie, or like a diorama set? There would be kind of, I guess it'd be the elves or the Fellowship traveling through on there. I gotta get my bag 16, 17.
Hey, welcome CC 5853. 5853.
CC 5853, welcome, hello. So Nico built a. Now we had some people show and then they popped in and out. So hopefully, if you're not here long, just take a look. We're building part 4 of our setup here, the Rivendell set. And Nico tapped more into his creative side of things. And we're saying, oh, this would be a cool mock, or maybe another later today Lego set. The scene where the Fellowship goes down the river, actually to begin their journey. And as they begin their journey, they leave or enter the Kings of Men, but on the river or through the river pass. They enter the, well, because it's the two kings standing like this. So that's the scene. The two kings standing like this along the river. That's the set that Nico built. Kind of like maybe a midi scale size. So if we get a chance, we'll show you that. Nice. CC58.3 is snacking away. It's a good time to snack and take in a.
On the Anduin. Oh wow.
Take in a Lego build.
On the Anduin.
What's that?
I think it's by the name. I think it's a river.
Oh yeah, was that the name of the river? Yeah, that's where the. Okay, that makes sense. That's it. So Nico built the Argonath. Two kings. Looks really good.
Okay, so
nice. I knew you guys were experts. So maybe they did. I don't know. When we looked at the Nico's instruction book, actually shows the older sets, the OG sets, as we like to call them. I don't think that was in anything. So that would be probably a fan, maybe a fan favorite if you did like a Bricklink build. But I don't think the Bricklink designer builds include any licensed set designs. For example, I don't know if you could do a fan build of a Star Wars, personalized Star Wars mock, and then have it sold on Bricklink. I don't think. I could be wrong. But definitely a lot of those scenes are inspired by some very cool events from books or landmarks around the world. All right, so bag 16 and 17. After I finish bag 16 and 17, looks like I get some more substantial structure looking here. Nico's building probably the more interesting part with his bag 10 there and what he's already got so far with the roof. And by the time I'm done, I'll have a more recognizable look to the building myself.
The scene in the book has a fell beast with a black rider, and Legolas shoots it.
Oh, really? The scene in the book has a fell beast with a black rider on it, and Legolas shoots it. That would be a very excellent
fun fact. Jay,
mock build
our token, never actually gave the fell beast an actual name. So they just kind of developed the name Fell Beast, but that's like he never names them in the book or in any of his letters.
Really?
Which is interesting, yeah.
So does he say Black Rider though? The Black Riders?
Yeah, he still
He
calls
does.
them the Nazgul. He just doesn't name the Fell Beasts.
Okay. I think he describes it in a way that gives it even more mystery, though, right?
Yeah, he says they're
Condemned
like
men and kings from the past.
Well, the Fell Beasts are the dragons that they ride, and he like says
Gotcha.
Like, what's the like dinosaur that flies? He describes them like that. I was watching like a video on a guy who drew pictures.
Dude, I can't tell what this is.
Of like things for Lord of the Rings.
Some of these things are pretty big, are pretty dark. So, what is that?
What?
Can you tell what that is? Is there supposed to be a stud in the middle? But this one only has 2. I need a flashlight. Some of these instructions, especially when they're showing
it's this piece.
Brown and black pieces.
See,
is it turned upside down?
Look, there's like little dots in there.
Thanks, Nico. Oh my goodness. So if there was a build competition.
What's up, Never Told for Lego?
If there was a build competition.
Yeah, also the Fell Beasts are not dragons. They're 3 times bigger than dragons. Exactly CC 5853.
If there was a build competition, I don't think I could beat Nico just for the simple fact that I can't see some of these pictures. Nice. CC 5853. CC 5853 and Nico collabing on the Lord of the Rings lore and info. Hey, what's up, you guys? What's up? Never Too Old for Lego. We are building, as you can tell, Rivendell here, part 4 of our live stream series. What are you guys up to? So it looks like I'm building a bench made out of a 2x4 flat piece, but it's more of a 2-studded top, and what used to be probably the oldest version of this was the old Lego space. I don't know. Our old Lego space tools for the spacemen, and I don't know, whatever tool that could be, like a flashlight or something. So now they are going to be part of a table here in a second, and I'll show you once I can decipher the instructions here. I like the use of the build. I almost want to say sometimes.
Just posted your stream in Brick Therapy. Thank you, Never Told for Lego.
Hey, thank you.
Oh wait, did you post the Discord link yet?
I did before, so I don't know how long it lasts. So Never Told must have, maybe it still works.
I think he's talking about the, like, not our stream, but like his stream.
Oh, in his stream. Oh,
or like his Brick Therapy, his
gotcha.
Discord.
So I'll post ours as well.
Like, he posted it in his Discord, so we haven't posted it in ours though.
I'll get there, man. I'll get there. So you can do it too, you know. Remember? So you can do it.
I don't know how.
Oh, you don't know how? Well, we need an expert. You need to become the expert.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Here's the table for. After talking and kind of getting organized here, I have my table. Looks kind of cool. Get the. So this is what I was saying, like maybe a legal build. I don't know. Can you count that as a legal build? I mean, it fits perfectly within the shape. The edges of the flashlight go into the base of the 2x4. But there you go. In my Brick Therapy Discord. Got you. These are community. This is our community. Discord. Oh, sweet. So Never Told for Lego gave the link to the Discord as well for his Discord, but his community one, which I appreciate. Thank you, guys. Thanks for joining the live stream. Definitely chime in if you want. And we are I love these walls here. This is kind of like or not kind of, this is like the old Lego castle build. So these wall pieces have been out for quite a long time, because I remember these going with old great castle sets from the 80s. Now Rivendell still uses them. All right, so the structure goes up. Nico's made a cool point, and that is the latest, the retro new Lego castle set, the Lion's Castle, I think it is, the one that's still out there. I think it might be retired this year, or by maybe the end of by Christmas. I think it's slated to be retired. But Nico, what did you say about how that castle could possibly be used in Lord of the Rings?
Well, I mean, by like the shape and like the formation of it, all you really need to do is like make a mock of a mountain in the background, and you have yourself a fully custom Helm's Deep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Helm's Deep. So you could modify, maybe somebody already has somewhere out there in the interwebs, modify the Lion's Castle into Helm's Deep, since Helm's Deep is not out anymore. CC 5853 says, correction, it's not illegal because it's not putting stress on the piece. Oh, got you. So the build that I did for the table, it just doesn't seem like a usual build. So versus like I know sometimes they suggest you could Lego or builders suggest you can wedge in between the studs a flat piece like that. So that's the part I've seen sometimes. Although Lego's now molded a piece that kind of
Welcome
functions.
to Silent.
Oh, we got more. We got Sid Silent here.
Sid
Hey,
Silent's
welcome.
back.
I'm the fifth. How's it going, gents? How's it going, guys? Lord of the Rings, Rivendell is coming together. Look at that. Just want to move it a little bit to show. Nico's building. Oh, are you building like a turret? Looks like you're building on top of this tower here. So, yeah, we were at the Lego store, Disney Lego store, and of course, a buzz there with so many people. We put like a little short, a Lego or a YouTube short of our visit there, mainly to show two cool sets that we wanted to look at and allude to as these would be great summer sets to add to our collection. One being neither of them being related to Lord of the Rings, but one of them could possibly definitely fit in with if you're doing a Lego City setup. One being
Have a great stream. Bye, never to leave after Lego.
Okay, guys, gotta go. It's fireworks night. Ooh, fireworks night. All right, never to Lego. See you. Have a great stream. Fireworks night. What's celebrating there in June? What celebrations? Maybe he's gonna go to Disneyland and celebrate going to the fireworks at the end of the day. Although I think he's not in our area. So thanks, guys, for joining. Thanks for adding us to the Discord, by the way. Never too old for Lego. We will have a great stream indeed. Thank you. We're going to be building. And so far, see what kind of progress we make here. Or Nico more than me. So I'm trying to...
I don't know, guys, but something's really satisfying about taking this part of the build and fitting in this like piece. So satisfying.
Especially when it's a new, right? Brand new Lego pieces.
No, it's celebrating the Freedom Festival, which used to be, it's celebrating the border between Detroit and Windsor.
Oh, I never knew about that. That's really cool.
Hi, Zai.
Freedom Festival up there between the American and Canadian border, sounds like. So, building here and then making me think. So I visited to the Lego store. So we saw two cool sets. One that could kind of fit into a Lord of the Rings city if you were to build up the Lord of the Rings city or set on your Lego, full-on Lego village table display area. And you put the Lord of the Rings section in one part. You could put the set that Nico pointed out in our YouTube short. And Nico, which set was that you pointed out in the video? Remember?
The Lion's Castle?
No, we're at the Lego store when we described two big sets that we found. Like I described the Mario Kart, the one with the big fig. And then you described, you remember which one you pointed out? You took the box out and kind of described parts of it. It's a theme that we said that could fit within the Lord of the Rings Lego builds because it has a similar look to it. Has a
Oh, Dungeons and Dragons?
No, although that one would fit. Remember which set you were looking at there? Also a video game. Very popular on Nintendo. And the set came out this year, actually. I think this year, maybe early fall.
Is it the Horizon Zero Adventures one? I can't think of it.
No. One of the most popular
the
Nintendo
Deku
characters
the
of all,
Deku
the
Tree.
Deku Tree
Thank you, CC.
from Zelda. Yes, exactly. CC 58 or 58, 53 knew what I was talking about. The Deku Tree. Yes, we saw that set. Actually, that was the set that I also noticed. I wonder if it's still there. Probably not, because it was a while ago. The Lego store in Ontario Mills Mall.
I watched the short this morning.
Hey, thanks, this CC5853. I don't know if all Lego stores do this. I've only seen it at this Covina Lego store. They have the sale or discount table. I'm not really sure what you want to call it. I guess discount table. But on that table, they had Lego sets that I've mentioned before. You can buy any sets on that table are discounted, or they are given a sticker that says how many insider points you can earn by buying the Lego set on top of, I guess, what it's already worth. So hopefully it's double, because it had like a sticker with 6,500, which would be $50 of insider points. And the Deco Tree had one of those stickers on it at the time. Interestingly enough, CC5853, he's out. All right, CC5853, thank you for stopping by. Leave a like, guys, before you head out. Definitely appreciate the participation and checking in with us and giving us some insight and correct info on Lego, especially the technicality of the builds. Really appreciate it. So yeah, so thanks for doing that, guys. Oh darn it, what was I saying about the interestingly enough, about the discount table. So at the time we were there, I saw the Dark Falcon, which usually is $180 or $179, I think, if you want to be exact. But it was on sale for $145. Well, now I believe if you are out there hunting for, I guess, sort of deals, decent deals, probably, still expensive, but now the Dark Falcon is regularly discounted on Amazon right now for $145. So if you can't get that, someone said that set would be retired pretty quickly. And thankfully, in my opinion, it's not yet. So if you can't get the set and get a gift of purchase for retail at the Lego store, lego.com, check out finding it on Amazon. I think probably Walmart's matching that price, and probably Target. They all seem to, if one does a special price, all the others fall into place and do the same thing. At one time, Target, a couple of years ago, you could buy sets from Target and also get insider points. Not the same amount as Lego. I think it was more of $1 equals a point at Target, but maybe it was experimental, but that used to be one of the small incentives to get Lego from Target, but have not. They are, I guess, like I said, maybe experimental. They didn't keep it for very long, maybe like a year, but not. It wasn't too long ago. I think it was maybe last year they had that going on. So if we did buy a Lego set from there, there was a sale, and we got somewhat of an advantage in that. Plus, if you register your set, you get 20 more points on lego.com. So there we go. That's all I built. There's a little desk, and I don't know if it's like a spin wheel. Oh, this might be part of the blacksmith, the Elvin Smiths. Might be a stone wheel to kind of sharpen the blade as they rebuild Narsil, perhaps. my theory. It's my theory. Nico, what did you do with bag 10? Is there any noticeable change to the build? You want to show it off before you continue?
Yeah. The tower got a little taller.
The tower, oh, it's got more, was this here already? The kind of dome shape?
I built that.
So this was added from bag 10. I think actually this whole part right here. So right above the windows, I think this whole part was bag 10, right?
And the back parts of the windows. So
and the back parts of the windows. Is there an interior part to it, or is it all solid?
Yeah, if you look in there, you can see like a little room.
Let me see. Oh yeah, so inside there's like a desk. Maybe we can zoom in later. That looks really. Oh yeah, it's got like
I think it's
Bilbo's dedicated office. How privileged is he to have a dedicated office in Rivendell all to himself? So, going to the Lord of the Rings, we built the Shire. I think our immediate impression was, especially if you did not get or take advantage of the original set, the original Hobbit sets that were released, and I think the first Shire set that was released in the early 2010s or so. People compared it to that quite naturally and didn't like this new Shire as much. But not having that set and building up the new Shire, our immediate impression was it is a great set, especially now that we have 3 major sets in this latest line of Lord of the Rings sets with Shire, Rivendell, and Barad-dûr. So one of the things that we liked about that set were the side builds were really great in terms of the storyline of the movie, since you have the cart with the fireworks and Gandalf and Frodo. And I think each minifig in that set has like a usual standing pose with their legs, but then you can also build up the you can also have them sit, and then you kind of build an alternative. You take off their legs basically, and you put them on 2 1x1 studs, and it makes them look like they're sitting. So that little touch. And then the other side story to the fireworks set was the tent where Merry and Pippin set off the dragon firework, and there's an added side build to that. Very easy, but it's cool because those 2 minifigs come with their normal look, face and hair, and then their scorched, carbonized face after they launched the firework, and blackened hair from messing around with the fireworks, and a look of like total shock on the alternative face. On the bigger side, just the green like landscape part of the Hobbit home or Hobbit hole built into the ground looks just as good as the original. Of course, I don't have the original to compare to side by side, and it seems like a little bit bigger of a build. Maybe they're similar, but maybe the older build had more detail on the actual Hobbit home versus all the side builds that this one came with. Some people didn't think it was necessary for some of those side builds, but I like also the side build that shows the Happy Birthday Bilbo sign, which is so fun. And then the interior of the Hobbit home, like again, Bilbo's desk. What else? Bilbo's desk and the interior of the home. Oh, the door. The door. Of course, the round door was on the other one, but the round door, the walk into the entire like living space, and the fireplace that has like a turnstile on it, so you can recreate the scene where Gandalf asks Frodo for the ring, and then he puts the ring into an envelope, and then puts it in the fire, and then basically gets the ring all heated up, and then when he takes it out, then it illuminates what the ring actually says. all that is kind of has a connection or a part in the build that is really, I don't know, I think it's really cool, authentic, and makes the Shire set a great build. Now, I think probably one of the parts I would agree with is hard for pretty much anyone collecting Lego or anyone who just likes Lego but doesn't collect it is the price. So the price is over a couple $100. But what we did to, I guess, justify buying it was, well, justify buying it in the sense that we're Lego collectors, so we like it anyway. But using our insider points, and then at the time of the new release, you could get a gift for purchase, which was the Smeagol and Deagle set that goes with it. So I wonder if that's still here. Yeah, so you could get this gift for purchase with the Shire, which I think is super fun. So you get this set. If you bought the Shire when it first released, you got that. I've seen it on Amazon or Bricklink being sold now because some people just buy everything to, I don't know if you want to call them scalpers or whatever. People just buy up a lot of the Lego sets and then resell them. Probably have a pretty decent side hustle doing that kind of thing. But then, I don't know. I think it's better to just, if you're just an authentic collector, you're buying the set because you like it and you get the added benefit of spending your money and getting sort of like a $25, $30 discount because you get that added set with it. Plus, you remember who are all the minifigures that come with that Shire set, Nico? Do you remember?
So obviously all the main hobbits, so Pippin, Merry, Frodo, and Sam. Bilbo, the couple or the wife that doesn't like Bilbo, and then her husband, the person who
proud
Sam
feet
likes,
people, maybe.
the person who Sam likes, and I think that's it. Other than obviously Gandalf.
Yeah, Sam's future wife, I guess, because when they come back in the Return of the King, he marries her. So I think she's like the one who works in the Shire pub. She's like the waitress.
The pub Shire.
The pub Shire. That's right. So the minifigs, lots of cool minifigs. Gandalf, get the main characters from the beginning of the movie with the hobbits being there. Now, Rivendell is just amazing in so many ways. Definitely, I don't know what the prices were like. I don't think they were nearly as expensive, even if you add inflation into it, for when the old Lord of the Rings / Hobbit sets came out in the mid 2010s or early 2010s. But now, Rivendell or Barad-dûr, you're talking a lot more than the Shire price. So basically, Rivendell or Barad-dûr are double the price of what the new Shire set is this time around. So you really have to budget towards these sets in order to get them. So this is where collecting Lego, you got to make some serious trade-offs when you make any of these purchases. And it kind of gets you to think about all the themes. What are the themes that you're willing to invest in Lego and continue in? So I find that in collecting Lego, especially as an A-fold, there's the nostalgic Lego sets that come out that are amazing, and you want to get, despite if you're just into Lego Star Wars, but now they come out with, like, for example, the Lion's Castle. That, that's a trade-off to get that versus more of your Star Wars collection. But then Nico went all in on Star Wars and started building up his clone army. So that's where he focused. And I'm more into the bigger builds, like the modular sets. And so if you go into the bigger sets, then you got modular or Lord of the Rings or Castle or the larger Star Wars ships or even the UCS sets. Then there's so much to compete for your dollars for Lego when you're collecting. So a lot of times when we go to the Lego store, we just look at these sets and admire them, and then probably come away with more of a build your own minifig purchase than anything. And then as time and savings allows, to get some of these bigger sets, which have been great the last few years. Although our hauls, if you saw one of our very first hauls, we had tons, not tons, but quite a few sets all combined, especially during when we're living overseas and we didn't have there's so many good sales back then before 2020 for Lego. You could get sets from Walmart half off and really take advantage. Actually, when we were in Walmart just last week and took a look at what they had there, and darn it, if we missed it, there was you remember, Nico, the Lego Star Wars? We saw one there for 50% off. Yeah, what was it?
The Sarlacc pit.
Yeah, did anyone?
And the Droideka was also half off.
The Droideka and the Sarlacc were, well, at least at this particular Walmart, for a 50% discount. So they were both like $40 in the $40 range versus $80.
Or one of the Droideka was $30 because it's usually $60.
Oh, okay. So the Droideka, well, but either way, they're both 50% off. So I guess, that's another. If you are a serious bargain shopper, you will come across that every once in a while. It's I don't know, unless you have some kind of special alert that tells you when sets like that. I think some people do. And now I have to say this: if you have some special alert that tells you when some sets are on major discount, because then you're competing with those people that are out there, and they find a set like that for sale. They probably end up buying all of the ones that are on sale and clean out the shelf, which is kind of a bummer. At least that was my theory, especially with the Sarlacc set. It was like there was a whole shelf for it and they're all gone. And I don't know, it could have been like, it wasn't on a Saturday either. It was like a weekday. So I wasn't thinking they had too much traffic there, people buying Lego. But that set was totally bought up. What a deal that would have been. Plus you get the old version of Boba Fett, right, in that set. So that would have been, I think, a really cool deal if you came across it in time, which we didn't. We could only appreciate the sale price.
See, like that piece has like a slight bump right there.
Nico's discovered a little bit of a error in build. This is something that Jang Bricks would point out. I don't know if you can see it. Is the corner there kind of nicked? Like right there, maybe? You can see it right there. So, thankfully, we won't be picky and ding Lego on it. But hey, these sets should be so pristine, especially the high-end, pricey ones here. So yeah, our focus is on this live stream, building up Rivendell, and this is our part 4, you could say. And if you're just joining us, some people we notice come in and out. So even if you're anonymous and you're just watching, please leave a like before you go. And if you are new to our channel, as every YouTube channel requests, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe and join our channel. Help us get to. Our goal right now is to get to 500 subscribers. We're almost there if you round up. And we have one pesky subscriber. Our theory is that unless we're releasing a video every day, they kind of play a game and subscribe to our channel and then unsubscribe. Then subscribe again, because our account always goes up a lot and always goes down by 1.
They're just trying to entertain us.
What's that?
They're just like, are you entertained?
Oh, yeah, like I said, they're playing a game with us maybe. So our subscribership goes up by whatever amount and then always down by 1 a couple days later. It's hilarious. Sid Silent, don't worry. I'll tell my friends about you guys. Hey, thank you, Sid Silent. We appreciate it. Have the friends, especially if they're Lego fans, subscribe and join. And one of the things we want to do, obviously, is do more long form posts. We noticed too that the YouTube Shorts have extended also, so you can do a 3-minute YouTube Short now instead of a 1 minute, which I guess if you like the vertical form, it's okay. But I like. What do you say, Nico?
It's not like an absolute game changer, but it's good to know.
Yeah, it's not a game. I guess it's not a game changer. I guess it's less pressure. So like you're making a video and you're just trying to keep it within the 1 minute. Now you got quite a bit of
it's more
space.
Flexible.
Yeah, you got a little more space to make it longer. Although I don't know. I guess maybe YouTube's done a little bit of research, and the people that only watch shorts are game to watch something a little bit longer, which means maybe the long form videos will be more appreciated as well. But in any case, we're trying to think through some fun ways to do some more long form videos. I think like Never Told for Lego pointed out a while back, what he likes is talking about the sets and doing this, showing the build and reviewing the build itself. I like both. I like some Lego reviews. I like them to be short and sweet. Sometimes if it's a really big set like Rivendell, then the long form videos, the really in-depth reviews are really cool to watch, because you're kind of getting some advice on making a big purchase, as if you were making any serious buy on something, where you're going to invest some serious money. So in that case, there's Jane Bricks, who's probably one of our favorites in terms of Lego reviewers. But then I like living vicariously through other YouTubers who go to a Lego store and do show you what they see at the time, what they're planning to buy, and then kind of it's just fun to see the Lego store in general. Or they talk about Lego sets that are kind of in the news or are about to be new releases, something like that. Although we don't have the latest and greatest news on what Lego is doing next, but if we do pick up on it, it's fun to share in our live streams. I don't know about how much we could actually do a video about, but it just gives us ideas of possible format. And then the other format is, I think a lot of people mention, at least the ones that are already subscribed to our channel, that the competition build is kind of fun. So I gotta think of a set. What would be a good competition build between you and me, Nico? Another Star Wars?
Rivendell.
There's no way I'm gonna compete with you building Rivendell. You got this one. Well done. Look like you're on bag. You've done 2 bags. About to finish 2 bags.
What
I'm still on 1.
Once the tinier Jango Fett set comes out, and since we already have the Boba Fett, maybe we could do that. Or
the Slave one and then the Jango Fett ship. The competition build on the smaller version of those.
But I just realized I'm saving up the Boba Fett one because it's getting more expensive.
So Nico's becoming a Lego investor, is what he's saying. So he's not gonna. That's his prized.
Well, my most prized
set
one
is not gonna open it.
My most prized one is the sealed 501st battle pack that I have.
Oh, and he has a sealed 501st battle pack set that another Lego YouTuber apparently can take credit for it being made, and that set finally getting released a couple years ago, or my gosh, maybe 5 years ago now. It seems like
it's retired.
It seems recent, but it seems recent. And then I know they've done a newer set of the 501st with the artillerymen.
Yeah, the specialists.
So anyway, it would have to be the competition build would definitely have to be something that's not as not a Rivendell size. I could not compete. Well, that would take forever. That competition, I don't care. That would be that's like a fundraiser competition. That would be a fun one. That'd be like 24 hours of constant live streaming, like Nico building and I building that. But we'd have to find a duplicate of a big set, which would think we'd have to really invest in something like that. What would be a big set that you would want two of, I guess is the question. Although we could, since we have the Dark Falcon and we have the Han Solo, the White Falcon, the White and Blue Falcon, maybe we could do a competition of that, like as a long form, or maybe, or not time lapse, but edited down so it obviously is not hours and hours. But that would be interesting. Could I beat Nico in a Millennium Falcon build? I probably not because of his speed, but all it takes is either he or I, hopefully Nico, to mess up on a couple steps, and then he has to backtrack, and then I can catch up. But I'm thinking even then, I might need to have 2 against 1, to be honest. I might have to have my daughter help me. My daughter and I build a set, and then versus Nico. That would be, I don't know, I kind of like that idea, Nico. What do you think? A Millennium Falcon challenge?
But which Millennium Falcon would we build?
Like I said, the Dark Falcon. The Dark Falcon and the white one. The Han Solo Falcon.
I think that one's a little, we need to repair it first. Then.
No, well, you take it all apart. Like it's a build challenge.
No, but like we need to probably, I don't know if there's like pieces missing because the shuttle that is in it, I don't think it's there.
Well,
right
I mean, we can find it.
Yeah.
Unless you put it somewhere. You hid it. You and your brother repurposed some of these sets into your Lego build. But don't you think that would be cool though?
Yeah.
The Millennium Falcon be a fun competition. Maybe I'd have to practice a little bit. Build up some Lego Star Wars sets to get all warmed up, and then take him on.
What if I built the Shire? Will you and Kira build the Millennium Falcon?
What? It'd have to be something like, I think it'd have to be something close, like an equivalent. That way you get the real competition. Because if you built the Shire,
I'm just thinking of ideas. They're not really.
No, what I'm saying is though, you gotta build up something that
is equal.
Yeah, the competition is that the sets are identical, or in this case, the sets aren't 100% identical, but
do we have
very close.
2 modulars that we could build?
I don't know. That would take a long time. Like which ones? That are alike? That's what I was saying. The bigger sets, that would be pretty expensive. But it was, since we already have like 2 Millennium Falcons in terms of bigger sets, that would be a cool build. I think there's like the Gray Falcon, the Dark Falcon, and I just want to call it the Han Solo Falcon. I don't know what it's called. The one from the movie.
It's still called it's just called the Solo Falcon.
Yeah, the Solo Falcon. I think those 3 are all pretty much similar in scale and size. So I think my thought is those would be a good competitive build, since they're
I could rebuild, or I could build again the Dark Falcon, and then you can make the new Falcon or not the new one.
The Gray Falcon?
The gray one.
Yeah. So maybe we'll do that. We'll throw in a competition build. That would definitely, I don't know, would that be an okay live stream, or that would be too long? We might have to do it in stages. So it'd be like a halftime, or kind of like a playoff series. So maybe, we can do it in stages. We could break it down into different days. So stage 1, each one of us builds the first 4 or 5 bags or whatever. Very cool. So now we got the top. Now it's looking like the picture here, huh? That looks good. So yeah, I don't know. You guys who are listening, chime in. You think that would be a good competition build? A Millennium Falcon challenge. Or if Never Too Old for Lego catches this live stream later on. I know he definitely mentioned the competition builds are fun idea. All right, Nico is on. Did you finish book 1? Hey, you finished all of book 1. This is all done, and this is what it looks like. You want to? Here, I'll put
this. This is one whole.
You can do a quick review while I build here. Show what you did.
So it looks very nicely detailed. We have this part, which is the more showy part, I guess you could say. And then in here is the actual interior. So we have a bedroom. I don't know much about Lego sets, but I fully support the Millennium Falcon build. Yeah, it sounds fun.
Oh yeah, sit silence into it. There we go. Okay, we got one vote.
So we have the bedroom, which is either Bilbo's or maybe like Elrond's or Arwen's. And then in there, I don't know if you can see, but right here, there's a little office where Bilbo works on The Hobbit by Bilbo Baggins. And then we have like a little, I don't know what this is, but a little table with stuff on it. And then in here, you can see right here are a bunch of books, elven books. And then here, of course, we have Isildur cutting off Sauron's finger and ending the physical form of Sauron. And then
I always found that interesting in the movie. Why? What was Sauron trying to do? Like as he puts his hand out to grab Isildur?
Well,
like, what was he trying to grab?
Well, he was probably trying to choke him because one of the elven kings he choked, and his hand's so hot it just burned him.
Oh, so he's just trying to grab him, you think?
Yeah, probably.
Which made him vulnerable because, yeah, like you said, then Isildur just took a swipe with his sword. And who knew Sauron would be extinguished.
And then we have the rest of the elves here. Or, I don't know, different elves from different times. Maybe just from Rivendell or maybe from places like Mirkwood or other elven realms. We have the insanely detailed roof that took forever. And we have the rest of the top spire, which barely fits on camera. But that is my review of Rivendell thus far.
Rivendell Book 1 thus far. It looks really good. I think you did all the stickers so far. I don't think I've used any of the sticker book. We got not that much left. So these are what's left of the stickers for the set. And I think Nico just showed it already, but in terms of stickers, if you don't like them, this one might be one of my favorite stickers, actually, right? Like Nico said, the scene where Narsil is used to cut off Sauron's finger. Sit Silent says, yeah, looks really nice, especially the roof.
Can I do it?
Huh?
Can I do it?
Yeah, I'm just moving that. What are you trying to do? I was trying to do something. Okay, so Nico's building something, fixing something, and now he's done with pretty sweet looking bag one there. Oh, Nico, show the old school, the goat sets that are in here that we're talking about. So one of the added treats of the instruction booklets is the old sets are pictured for you.
So it looks like we have the ship that the dead come on to save Gondor. We have Orthanc Tower, Helm's Deep. They have a cave troll moment. Original Rivendell right there, in the bottom corner, and Gandalf with Frodo. And then this doesn't include the other ones. For example, there was the original Shire.
Oh yeah, that must have been Hobbit series, something like that. What I knocked down? Did I knock down?
Play it. I'll get it.
So, yeah, these are all. I guess so. There were two series then, maybe Hobbit and then Lord of the Rings. One of the sets I really want. Of course, I really want lots of Lego sets, but Orthanc Tower here. I think obviously this would be a cool build that would go with Bardor. If you were to build up a Lord of the Rings universe, basically. So yeah.
Helm's Deep looks like a fun Lego build too.
Yeah, Helm's Deep would be cool. That was the part. Yeah, that was the one that Nico and I were saying. That would be a great set for rededicating or remodifying the Lion's Castle, a set that's out right now. All right, so
the Rohirrim, exactly.
Yes, the Rohirrim. Sit silent. You know what we're talking about. All right, so since Nico's done with his build, and we're almost at the 1 hour time mark, we'll just do another quick review of what we built up, and then we'll sign off. but I did not get through as much because I was kind of moderating. But I've got here a roaring fireplace that's going to go inside the bottom hearth of the middle chamber of Lord Elrond's Rivendell Palace here. And the stairwell's still looking good. I'm kind of curious what this is all going to be here. This might be where the Council of Elrond starts to get built. Even with the pictures in the build, and you see the set often, it's still kind of it's fun as you build through to kind of, I guess, be a little bit tricked into what comes next, because I don't have the set committed to memory. And then Nico's awesome.
Oh, should I get the Argonaut?
Set up here. Oh yeah, and then as just to end our live stream, Nico's going to bring up his mock of the Argonaut, which we mentioned earlier. I think I don't know, Sid Silent, you were in at the beginning of the stream, but it might have been maybe CC5853 who knew what we're talking about. But in any case, Nico's going to show, since we're all about our Lord of the Rings live stream today, Nico.
So I know that
here we go.
Hands point the same hand, but it's not finished. But here is our mock of the Argonaut.
Yeah, so look at that! Isn't that cool? You can, especially the way the kings are, putting their arms out extended to say, "Halt! Beware before you enter the realm of men." And then the river being the simple blue plate below, and then we can use the miniature figs, the micro figs, or whatever they're called.
And then my brother is building the terrain, but I just need to build an Nari on there.
Yeah, so the kings are obviously carved out of the stone along the river. Let's see. Sid Silent says, "This is dangerous for my wallet." I mean, Lego is very dangerous for your wallet. I agree, Sid Silent. So you got to be planned and strategic. Yes, Nico does mocks. I am more of I just like to build Lego following the instructions, and that's my version of brick therapy, is just to build and appreciate the sets as they come together. But watching the process, you guys even got the plants. I just realized that you got some plants growing on the two mocks. Looks great. Sid Silent says, "Whoa, it's amazing. Good job, Nico." Exactly, right? Shout out to Nico. So, hey, we're going to sign off, and we will show you more of this Argonaut build. We can put that in the middle. We can kind of get all this cool stuff in here. We're going to sign off. Thank you, Sid Silent, for joining us during the majority of the live stream and keeping us company. Thank you to CC5853. Zai popped in to say hello. And we got Never Told for Lego early on. And, of course, to begin the build, 3D Davis said he's first. He just wanted to be first. So shout out to 3D Davis for being first. Thank you, Sid Silent. Thank you for wanting to share your friends. Yes, have a good night. You too, my friend. And we will talk to you soon on part 5 of the Lego Rivendell build. All right, guys. Have a good evening. Talk to you later. Bye.